You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is BMORE Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? It's me, Lady T, and this is BMORE Lifestyle, live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. All right, so joining me today, meteorologist Ashley Kramlich is here with us, along with motivational speaker Eric Rittmeyer. Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you, is right now. All right, so the Ravens win with their fourth game in a row, running all over my New York Giants. The Ravens had 249 rushing yards, led by Gus Edwards, who had 85. Lamar Jackson, still looking like the reigning league MVP. He threw 2 touchdowns, including this one to Des Bryant in the fourth quarter. Ravens win 27-13. Here's where things get interesting. Both the Colts and Browns lost yesterday. That means the Ravens have moved back into a playoff spot. In order to clinch a playoff berth, the Ravens have to win against Cincinnati next week. The Ravens could also get in with a loss next week, but they need either the Colts or the Browns to lose too. So let's talk about that. This is exciting. We could possibly be in the playoffs. So we're just so close. We just need just a little bit more. All right, so Ashley Kramlich, tell me what you think, girl.
I am so excited to see the Ravens win yesterday. I actually have Lamar Jackson on my fantasy football team, although my team is not doing too hot and I'm no longer in that number 1 spot. So it doesn't even matter. But I'm glad that the Ravens did do well and that they pulled out the win, and I'm hoping to see them in the playoffs in the next few weeks.
I know. I'm excited. And their leader is back. They're looking good. Eric Rittmeyer, talk to me.
Well, you both know significantly more about football than I know. Let me tell you that, Lita. You're ripping out some stats up in here. Look, here's what I know. I know Lamar Jackson is the man. I'm not a big football fan. I'm just not. I gained a ton of respect for him. It was a game, I think, last year. He goes running down the sideline. He gets pummeled on the sideline, and there's this female reporter. He just destroys her, like mutilates her. She's laying out on the ground. He picks her back up, hugs her, and pats her on the back. And I was like, that is my man.
Yes!
I love Lamar Jackson. I just do. He's a total stud.
Only the big main MVP would do something like that. I tell you, we have a heck of a leader on our team. I'm so happy. Okay, well, we want to hear from you guys. Do you think the Ravens are going to make it to the playoffs? All they have to do is beat the Bengals on Sunday. So head to foxbaltimore.com/vote and let us know. Or go on the Fox 45 News app under Explore. You can find a spot to vote. All right. New Year's Eve is this Thursday. There's only 4 more days left in 2020, thank God. Times Square is getting ready to ring in the new year. Crews are starting to set up stages for live performances. The live event is closed to the public because of the pandemic, but a live stream will be available online. How are you both going to spend the New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? Talk to me, Eric, because I know I'm ready to turn up and leave 2020 behind completely, okay?
I'm spending it the same way I do every year, Lady, with pizza and ice cream up in here. Look, here's the coolest thing about here's a positive, I think, for 2020, right? I'm trying to be positive. Me personally, I formed lots of awesome relationships this year, relationships I might not have formed. I'm in a relationship with you guys. I love you guys. But also, it's like these are friendships that just we now found ways to cultivate, to get deeper, to go back to our roots, to maybe reach out to people we were upset with. So 2020 was tough, but it was also awesome at the same time. So I think everything's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? There were some good things that happened in 2020, but we got to get out of this. I need to get out of this rut right now. Ashley, talk to me, girl.
Yes, I mean, I am ready for 2021, but I always think that New Year's Eve is an overrated holiday, and especially this year, there's not a whole lot going on, especially here in Baltimore. It also looks like it's going to be raining, so I will be spending New Year's Eve on my couch, probably watching the ball drop. I don't know if I'll make it that late because I do have to work the morning show the next day. So I'll probably be going to bed before midnight. But yeah, I'm going to be spending it indoors on my comfy couch.
Wow. Okay, Ashley, way to rain on our parade, girl. Like, we were really looking forward to New Year's. It's going to rain, so there probably won't be any fireworks.
Well, if there were any fireworks, you're not really going to see them. So the good news is for anyone in Baltimore, we look forward to the fireworks. Well, even if we did have fireworks, you wouldn't.
I was going to say, they're not even doing it this year. So we'll just have to imagine, or we'll just have to tune in and watch the New Year's Eve online, the fireworks in Times Square. Right. So we'll probably have to do that. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Happy New Year's to you.
You too, Lady T.
All right. Many questions remain about the long-term effects of COVID-19, what we know about some of the symptoms and treatments. This year has felt like quite the roller coaster of emotions, and it could even feel worse if you're a kid. Next, the best ways to provide emotional support for your kids, even when you're feeling emotionally challenged. Up next.
This is BMORE Lifestyle.
Welcome back. Now, the year 2020 has been especially challenging, and it may feel even worse for kids, but there are ways that you can provide support to your kids. Motivational speaker Eric Rittmeyer is back this morning. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Lady T, can I tell you, I love your hair. I didn't mention that the last cut. I love your hair. I love it like that.
I appreciate it. See, you always notice the little things. That's why we keep you here, okay?
I love it. It's definitely not because of my good looks.
No.
Sure,
it's not because of your hair. The look of the bald head. It's because we love you so much. You always come with the compliments, okay?
Likewise.
So
Thank
tell me,
you.
where can we get started with support, providing support for the youth, our future generations?
Yeah, I've been really worried about this for a long time, Lady T. You know, our children, because their feelings are important. And as parents, as adults, what we have to make them realize is every feeling they're experiencing is okay. Right. How you feel is absolutely all right. It's how they respond to that feeling that's important. And this has been a great year, a great learning experience for them that, hey, this is life. This is life 101. Adversity, speed bumps, things you don't like, dealing with difficult issues. So it's a great learning opportunity for them. We just have to remain in constant connection with their emotions.
Okay, so how can facts inform kids of their feelings? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, we have to be careful on this because we've got social media, so you can find anything on social media, right? I don't care what it is. You can find, it's called confirmation bias. You can find anything you're looking for. Our kids have to understand that not everything they see on social media is accurate. We have to discuss things with them. They have to be able to separate what's true and what's not true and make certain that they understand not everything's real on social media.
Ooh, so how can we ask the right questions based on their age?
This is real important as well because we have to address their issues based on their level of mental capacity. Okay. We're going to answer questions differently for our 5-year-old than our 15-year-old. We don't have to try to explain quantum physics to our child if they're just asking us basic questions. So acknowledge their feeling, let them know it's real, and then answer their questions based on their level of understanding and let them ask the follow-up questions. We don't have to continue to go at them. Let them ask the follow-up questions.
Okay, is there anything else you want to add?
Hakuna Matata, Lady T. Hakuna Matata. No worries.
Hakuna Matata.
I love Lion King. Mufasa. I love that. I can't. It's everything. Hakuna Matata. When it comes to our kids, this is just an amazing learning opportunity for them. And as parents, we have to step up to the plate and just communicate with them and get them to understand you're going to deal with stuff like this for the rest of your life. Let's teach you guys. Let's teach you some tools that you can use. So when you're placed in these positions in the future, you're going to know how to deal with them.
See, and that's so important for our future generations, our young people. They need our support at this time. Thank you so much, Eric, for all that info.
You're very welcome, Lady. It's good seeing you. Happy New Year.
All right. Happy New Year. See you. A local distillery with a big focus on helping the environment. Still ahead, we'll share how they accomplish it. And even if you've recovered from coronavirus, you may still not be feeling 100%. Next, we're talking with the director of infectious diseases to see what doctors are still learning.
This segment is sponsored by GBMC Healthcare.
All right, since COVID-19 is still a new disease, much is still unknown about what causes the persistence of symptoms, what is delaying full recovery, or how to help those dubbed as long haulers. Although the vaccine is still the current focus, much is still unknown about the lingering effects of COVID-19. So joining us to talk about the patients known as long haulers is Dr. Theodore Bailey, Chief of GBMC's Division of Infectious Diseases. Hey, Dr. Bailey, how are you?
Hello.
All right, so talk to me. What are some of the symptoms of long haulers and the challenges of treating them, if it's lasting or lasting of COVID or something else?
Well, so what long haulers refers to are people that have had the COVID infection and who don't follow the typical pattern of resolution of symptoms within about 2 weeks' time. And in fact, some of the long haulers have still not recovered, so we don't really know what the outer limit of this is. It seems to be symptoms that are not part of an active infection, but some way in which the virus has left behind a form of injury to the patient, to the person. The symptoms that we see most often with long haulers, and I will say that long hauling is not common, would be symptoms of fatigue, chest tightness, shortness of breath. There can be some.
Okay. Okay. Now, Dr. Bailey, what are some treatments, or how can you treat long haulers?
Well, because we're not entirely sure what's wrong with what the problem is, we're not sure how to treat it at this time. I would say that this is a frontier of active investigation, and it is something that has been a little bit more on the back burner because so much of the priority with research has been on helping people survive COVID. But we want people not just to survive COVID, but to recover from it. So this is an area of research that is underway, but I think has not been pressed as hardly or with as much urgency as has been finding things to keep people alive with COVID.
Oh, okay. So is it possible to be asymptomatic but have had a positive test and months later have had symptoms?
That seems to be much more rare. It would be difficult to pin that to COVID, I would say. Obviously, we can do the antibody testing and find that someone had a COVID infection, but these problems. So in someone who was never symptomatic, one of the things that we should automatically think about is what else could be causing this, and look for other sources of either autoimmune problems, rheumatological problems, things like lupus, things like rheumatoid arthritis, but also other infections that we typically deal with on a year-to-year basis, things like Lyme disease. So one should keep an open mind about what might be causing these symptoms in someone who sounds like a long hauler, because not all long hauling is long hauling. It may be other things as well.
Wow, lots of information there about long haulers. I had no idea about that. So thank you, Dr. Bailey, for joining us today.
Take care.
All right, it's time for another look at your forecast. Here's meteorologist Ashley Kramlick.
Yes, good morning. We started it off with clouds, and now we're starting to see the sunshine shining through here over downtown Baltimore. Same goes for Annapolis. Now, this morning, we are looking at some warmer temperatures. The reason for that, our winds have shifted back out of the south-southwest. That will bring in some warmer air. Temperatures running anywhere between 5 to 10 degrees above what we were at this time yesterday. So throughout the rest of the day today, we'll fill it with more sunshine, temperature rising to about 50 by this afternoon, and then numbers going down for our Tuesday and Wednesday. We're back in the low 40s for afternoon high temperatures. The reason for that, this cold front that rolls in late tonight, not going to be bringing us any rain or precipitation, but it will be dropping our numbers. Our next major weather maker is this area of low pressure currently impacting California. That will track across the country and will be in our neck of the woods by New Year's Eve, and it's looking like a pretty soggy setup. So for your New Year's Eve forecast, temperature around 54 for our high temperature on Thursday, nearing 60 degrees for our first day of 2021, but we are going to be filling it with a lot of rain. In terms of how much rain, we could see anywhere between 1 to 2 inches by Friday night. So we'll watch this very closely for any flooding concerns. 10-day forecast for you, temperatures back in the low 50s by Saturday, and then we see our numbers drop into the 40s as we end out the weekend and begin next week.
This BMORE Lifestyle segment is sponsored by McClintock Distillery.
I'm here with Braden Bumpers, one of the co-founders and distillers. Now, this place is beautiful.
Thank you.
But you guys have a commitment to the earth too, right? Talk to us about how you guys are sustainable and organic.
Absolutely. So it was really important to us when we started this company. It was something that we were very passionate about, and we wanted to share that with everyone. So we have a commitment by being organic certified to supporting local farms. We are supporting the sustainable growth of the grains that we're using for our spirits here. And then on our side, we wanted to show that you can be a completely waste neutral, sustainable distillery. So we're one of a handful of distilleries in the country that's 100% renewable energy powered here. And then we built our system using a recycling wastewater system that has reduced how much water we dump by about 250,000 gallons a year, which for reference, big numbers like that, it's basically a football field size swimming pool that's 10 feet deep every single year.
Wow. And so how impressed do you think people are when they find that out, that you have this commitment? You know,
there is definitely a segment of people that are very conscientious of when they're purchasing everything from, cars to food to spirits to beer. to make those kinds of decisions. But we're seeing, more and more people every year are want to know where their spirits are coming from, how it's made, where the ingredients are coming from, and it's really exciting for us, to see more and more people becoming interested in that.
And so talk to us about when people come here and we can kind of see the corn that goes into it.
Yes.
How do they react knowing that it came from local farms?
So I think people really enjoy it. So there's kind of two ways of looking at it. One is, in this day and age, running a small or mid-sized family farm is really tough. It's hard to grow commodity grains and make ends meet. So we are providing an avenue for these people to make a lot more money per acre with their farms and keep it in their family. And on the flip side, it's really tough with spirits. We're not like food where you have to have an ingredients label on the back of your product.
Right.
So it's really hard to know what you're getting in the bottle that you just pick up out of a liquor store. But when you come here, we have that commitment to using organic certified, non-genetically modified grains grown without pesticides, grown without herbicides, and it really makes a difference in the finished product.
So any of our viewers at home who want to know where they can find your products, tell them.
Absolutely. So you can find our products always here at the distillery in Frederick, Maryland. You can get a tour and see our sustainable operation. We're also available at liquor stores, bars, and restaurants in DC, Maryland, and Delaware.
All right. Well, Braden, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
And thank you for what you're doing.
This is BMORE Lifestyle.
All right, welcome back to BMORE Lifestyle. We've got a great show lined up for tomorrow. I'll be back to spill the tea, and we'll give you all the latest trends for interior essentials as we move into 2021.
Find out how to have your business featured on BMORE Lifestyle. Email us at bmorelifestyletv@foxbaltimore.com.
All right, Baltimore, thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow BMORE Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay strong, Baltimore. We're almost through 2020.